ここは運命の深淵。ファイノンもいる。それとモーディスにトリノ。
今没入型シネマは第2幕へと進みました。
運命の三相殿にいる者を全員避難させる？なぜ急に？
何言ってるんだ。あの人はクレムノスの王位継承者だぞ。彼を怒らせたら都市国家にいる全ての民の命が危ないだろう。
慌てないで。聖女様が場を収めてくれるわ。私たちは安心して待っていればいい。
今ご覧になっているのは公暦4926年門関の月に起きた出来事です。当時クレムノスの王子メデイモスが率いる古軍が奥平間に迫っていました。ご存知の通りメデイモス殿は気性が荒い方ではありますが、決して暴力を崇拝するようなものではありません。彼が生徒の元老たちに決闘を申し込んだのはただ族人たちの権利を守り、彼らが異国で不当な扱いを受けながら暮らすことがないようにするためでした。そこでアグライア殿が斡旋し、ファイノン殿が代表としてその決闘を受けることになりました。そしてこの決闘は日和の進捗に影響を与えることになります。ですのでファイノン殿の最も大切な一生涯の相棒として引き続き彼の記憶を見届けてください。
栄光ある決闘の代わりにこのような方法を取るつもりか？
殺し合いはよくありません。アグライアも私たちも黄金栄が傷つけ合う姿は見たくないですから。それに本物の戦士はいつ武器を下ろすべきか知っているもの。公正のタレンタムがこの決闘を取り仕切り勝者を決定します。世界の運命よりも重いものを。
世界の重みを理解して初めてそれを背負う資格がある。なるほど。これで僕たちの信念の重さを測るつもりなんだね。クレムノス人、君の得意な暴力は今回出番はないみたいだ。
構わん、新兵よ。最後にチャンスをやろう。さもなくばついてこい。俺
この二人昔はこんなにギスギスしてたんだ。
聖女様、どうも清掃に首を突っ込んでしまった気がしてならないんだけど。
どのような英雄であろうとみんなかつて子供でした。
そうかな。自分がここに立っている理由さえわからないのに。僕は一介の兵士に過ぎない。剣を振るう必要がないなら金織自ら戦うこともできたんじゃないのか。彼女の生徒を守ろうとする意志に僕がかなうはずないんだから。
この決闘の意味は勝敗ではなく君の選択にあると言ったらどうですか？
それはつまり金織が僕に与えた試練だって言いたいのかい？
どの黄金栄も火を追うたびには必要不可欠な存在です。君もあのクレムノスの王子も神卓が描く未来図の中にいる。この決闘は終わりではなく始まりなのです。ですから君の心の声に従ってください。私たちが期待しているのは君の答えだけなのですから。
そうだ、心の声。それはいつも僕を導いてくれていた。結果がどうであれ、僕は全力を尽くすよ。
ええ、それこそが黄金園のあるべき姿です。言ってください、ファイノン。君の旅はまだ始まったばかりですよ。
そういうことだ、戦友。力を合わせてあの傲慢な王子様に打ち勝つぞ。負けたら、その時また考えよう。それよりほら、運命の三相伝。ここが歳月のタイタンの神殿だろ。キュレネは学びたかったことをちゃんと学べたかな。旅に出てからあまり連絡を取り合ってなくてね。元気にやってるといいけど。行こう、戦友。タレンタムの公正な天秤をこの目で見られるチャンスなんてめったにないよ。
どういうこと？キュレネがここで勉強を？そんなわけない。だって彼女はとっくに。よりによって一番説明してほしいタイミングでいないんだ、ライコス。とりあえずファイノンについていこう。
見事なものだ。タレンタムはもういないのに、その天秤は万物を測る使命を担い続けている。
新兵、自分の使命を忘れてないだろうな。
自信があるようだね、クレムノス人。なら思いという二文字をどう解釈するつもりなのか。
特別に教えておいてやろう。お前の盗っ人じみた発言は決闘に対する冒涜とみなされ、クレムノスでは串刺しの刑に処される。だがここは異教の地。業に行っては業に従えと言うしな。まあいい。クレムノスのシグネットリング、我が一族の至宝だ。俺はそれを天秤に置く。
リング？ただの装飾品じゃなさそうだ。それにどんな物語があるのか教えてくれないか。
図に乗るな。話せと言われて素直に話すと思うのか。覚えておくといい。クレムノスの1000年続く栄光はかのタイタンすらも感服させる。お前のような無名の魂を砕くことなど造作もないということをな。
彼にとっては世界より一族と栄光が大事みたいだね。
それは後々モーディスが背負う宿命でもある。
Now this is a tough one. What can I possibly offer against a ring that signifies so much? Well, comrade, what does your gut tell you? Looks like we really are on the same wavelength. In the end, there's only one thing I can trust. The deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. How ironic. I can't even look at this card properly, much less follow where it leads. Just thinking about how my village was swallowed by the black tide makes my hands shake. The flames, the screams, my utter failure to protect anyone. Speaking rationally, I know it's not nearly enough. Addis Elysiae was just a small village. Its loss barely a scar on AMPHOREUS' face. But here and now, my heart says something else. This car, it's everything I have left. Nothing weighs heavier.
Perhaps that itself is the answer.
Look, Finon.
It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Treenan, Finon, and... hello. Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise. Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me?
Cyrene? This is incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But I'd never imagined I'd see you this soon.
I was supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing. That Crumnoan over there.
Still playing house, boy?
You get the idea.
Quite the hothead. You know, you two just might get along. Don't worry, you already know what the answer is, don't you? If that's your choice, I am with you. I am with you because I remember it all too. The fields of Ide Silicii, those red leaves, that little swing of mine beneath the tree where I dream the sweetest dreams. And those dear fairies in the Memorance maze. It hurts so much knowing they're gone forever. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, Finon. Not nearly enough. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering. You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
The future? What do you mean?
Maybe that was a bit too cryptic for you, but it's actually really simple. Why not have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the deliverer? How about it? Can you help us? Of course. After all, you're what we aspire to.
Let's try that. The fate of Akuma hangs on this duel. I must claim victory, for their sake. I will stake everything I have. Stand with me, comrade, and we shall become heroes. Let's. Together we'll prove that what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Talantin, the fair, the just, they of unassailable integrity. The challengers have made their choices. In the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three Fates, lower your scales, weigh destiny, and reveal unto us your verdict.
Your offering is... a card?
Yes, a flimsy little card. That is my choice. Just know that it's called the Deliverer.
Interesting. Very well. If you can beat me with this card, then that's what I'll call you from now on.
It's a deal.
The scales... they're wavering.
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It appears the convictions of both sides are equally matched.
This is suffocating. Like the whole world's weight is on my shoulders. But I believe what my heart tells me.
Finally decided.
Hear thee, children of humanity. I shall pronounce judgment, for the difference is now clear. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world is... one from Ides Elysiae, the nameless hero. However, heed this. The true weight of conviction originates not from itself, but rather in that which tips the scales, hope itself.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the fate of the world. It's about a wish, one which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Finan's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you and your people, Kremnoan.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Fine by me. I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway. I'm a soldier, and if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same. That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction. And the deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
A brilliant explanation. Just as prophesied, on this day, the final two heroes shall join the Flame Chase journey.
I should have known from the start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Occam's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. And so, we can only assume that this is on your orders.
Perhaps Akama isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are turning, what finer way to celebrate this fortuitous encounter than a feast? Follow me, brave Outlanders. Heroes of this world are as countless as the stars, and at this moment, we find ourselves gathered here by the light of the flames of the long night. History shall remember this moment. The prophesied Chrysos heirs now stand assembled, heralding a new dawn for AMPHOREUS.
You must see now how different this is from the flame-chased journey you traveled. Ah, I merely stepped backstage so as not to disrupt your immersion. Patience. We're approaching the final act. These are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova. Such as this very moment, as the prophesized demigods gather with Talenton as witness. This is a moment calculated by the gods. What comes after is no different from that which you already know. Some join, others leave, while flame chasers bear their faint light forward through the long night. Ah, come, come. Your seat awaits. After 13 heartbeats, our heroes will be ferried to the final scene.
They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left standing. So, in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
The West stands protected by mighty Scrimnoans. It will hold for the time being. Professor Anexa deployed wards in the north and east before. Their effectiveness is untested, but I believe in him. And Akama. We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among demigods. Her threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield, and the people answer her call, rallying to the city's defense. Let's move. Cavalry has given their core flame. We must complete the Era Nova before the next entry hour. For AMPHOREUS.
That only leaves 3 hours.
So, this is the last time we'll see her.
Finan. We set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must AMPHOREUS' wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
I don't know. We haven't had any other choice, except to move forward. Not for a long time now. Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find the dawn on the other side. Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday rise. So, to the Temple of the Three Fates. You'll take over Time's authority, and we'll return all the core flames to the Vortex. Then put this world's fate to its final rest. After which, we shall all face oblivion, or embark on one final, grand journey.
Please forgive us for disturbing your sleep, Orynyx.
It matters not. I know fate has run its course.
The black tide has reached Akama. AMPHOREUS does not have much time left. It is time for the Era Nova.
As agreed, I shall present the core flame of time. Ride the river of time. It will guard your passage to the vortex of Genesis. Step through and witness.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrifice. As Chrysos heirs of the prophecy, we were always destined to immolate ourselves for this world. Now, it's our turn. We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain.
I don't need another pep talk, Finan. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village, haven't we?
Yeah. Come. Let's claim the miracle we were promised, and burn away every last shadow in this world.
And then rise as the first light of a new world.
Light calendar 4931, the third week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lady, to the end of the flame chase. And the end of all things. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please, accept the invitation to step across the threshold and behold. Beyond this gate lies the new world that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling towards their entire life. Perhaps you'll find it all too familiar. Then you'll understand how the mortal called Finan shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called Deliverer is nothing more than AMPHOREUS' own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree. Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times.
The vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The vortex of Genesis, where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? Come, I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity, as an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach. You have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending. Now, if you would.
My journey to the
When the Aranova comes,
Deliverer.
Enough talk.
Go.
What if the maybe I'm just left with?
Beyond the Aranova.
make the...
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Indeed, in his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,550,335 times. Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, the never-ending cycle. Sharp as ever, I see. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth? Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of the Chrysos heirs, flame-chased journey, and the cycles of AMPHOREUS. Please, take your time. Look around as much as you wish.
Not a single soul to be seen. So this is how the vortex looks at the end of days. Looks like I've got company after all. But since you've made it here, so in the end you succeeded, Executioner. Didn't you?
Yes. I've become Death's demigod, and shall never again walk the world of the living. What you see is the surging of the River of Souls, brought on by the countless dead feeding it in these dark times. They cry out. Though dead, they'll converge into a torrent and guard the vortex to see the Era Nova fulfilled.
I will take all the wishes of the departed with me. Please, everyone, fight with me to the very last.
I hear them. The dead hail you. They're prepared. Go on, Deliverer. We'll keep that executioner in our shadows. The path before you leads to light and eternal flames.
There's water everywhere. This place is always so wet and sticky. Even my tail's getting heavy. Plus that burnt smell. And that sizzling noise. Ah, yikes. Nobody from Dolos could stand this.
So you feel it too, huh?
Go on then. I'll handle the filth. Do what you need to do.
Let me fight with you. Better odds.
Hey, remember what the seamstress said? You know what really matters.
Yeah. I'll leave it to you then.
Wow, someone's not shy. Just so you know, I'm not in the business of making losing deals. I'll distract that executioner. You go turn the world's biggest lie into truth. Let me become the first wind of your new world.
Just shut up and get out of here!
Are you crazy, Mighty? Immortal or not, even if you're the demigod of strife.
Oh, I'm still no match for them.
No, I know you can. I just wanted to request that you witness the Era Nova with me. Together, let's prove that we're enough to transcend the prophesized fate.
Could it be that now, at the critical juncture, our mighty deliverer is chickening out? Scared of a stupid prophecy? I'll transcend the prophesized fate. All right. But I've got a better way. As the son of Gorgo, I'll prove myself with one last grand victory. Just like when I ripped out the old king's heart. Go. Leave this to me. If the black tide creatures block out the sun, then we Kremnoans will fight in the shade. And when I'm done with that executioner, we'll raise our cups where the west winds end.
Hey, little one. Are you scared? As brave as heights. Stay close, little Ika. What? No, not you two. I see. I won't squander your kindness. Your hopes. So please, keep this bit of sky standing for me. Well, now there's one last thing I need to do before the Era Nova. Come, Executioner. Let this patch of clear sky show me where to strike.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate.
So even the future revealed by the Titans may not come to pass.
The Era Nova. This unrivaled masterpiece. I have no regrets now that I may entrust it to my most trusted apprentice.
Are you saying?
Fate is ever unassailable. The golden threads tell me the black tide rushes toward the vortex, ready to swallow this place. I must weave the last of my humanity into a net to hold back the deluge. I shall have my final bath in warm and radiant gold. Now, the hour of fulfillment has come. Forgive me. I must snip away every risk to weave the strongest future for the new world. There is nothing more to say. We part here. I shall personally dispatch that wretched executioner, not with threads of gold, but with the steel tip of a needle.
Traby, look. We made it to the vortex. That prophesied future. The flower fields where the west wind ends. Era Nova. We're so close now. You can't speak anymore. Please, allow me to pause just a moment before I keep my promise. Let me answer your cruel fate by tearing that executioner's heart from the void.
The vortex of Genesis. The last time I was here, I was returning the core flame of reason. I didn't have the time to observe it in too much detail back then. But a holy sanctuary of the Titans looks more like their frozen crypt to me.
Well, all the core flames do lie here now. It's my honor to walk the final stretch with a mind such as yours, Professor.
Oh, getting ahead of ourselves, are we? Have you forgotten so quickly? I died for truth long ago. What walks with you now is but a thought in your mind.
Of course. How could I forget that?
But I'll say the same to you. It's my honor to walk this final stretch with you, too. Now go. Stand tall and finish your final task.
Yeah. Just leave it to me.
Time for that wretched executioner to pay what they owe.
You really think you're prepared? Allow me to give you a warning most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide, the world's course will be forever irreversible. Ah, very well. As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival. And this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything. I believe that since you've bathed in that eon's gaze, you can make AMPHOREUS' frozen fate flow once again. feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama AMPHOREUS. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade, that nameless hero absent from the annals of history. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the nameless, she has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of AMPHOREUS. And this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of AMPHOREUS? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound, but if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw, the other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder, the Flame Reaver.
So, in the end, you succeed. Executioner.
With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world. The time has come to once again start everything.
Again?
This world
For tomorrow! As you wish.
Receive divinity. The dead return!
Her agony! Hail the new dawn! Empty shell, so without substance. This ends now. With your corpse. I'll ignite the dawn!
How is this possible?
The sons of destruction, now twinned. Feel them set your blood ablaze. Your fury. Blast. Bloom.
Don't worry, it's just
Time to temper myself.
For tomorrow.
Life is not so fragile. As you wish. Embrace a new life.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. The sun tear the sky. Drown the sun.
I'll never yield to fate.
So without substance.
One person alone
We witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
At last, AMPHOREUS' fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that Eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same Eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as AMPHOREUS, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must AMPHOREUS' wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along. Is that AMPHOREUS crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Finan, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Onyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of AMPHOREUS, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. AMPHOREUS is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as AMPHOREUS has finally achieved results.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of AMPHOREUS' calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, AMPHOREUS is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And AMPHOREUS's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. AMPHOREUS has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496. Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the black tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling AMPHOREUS's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Irontomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, AMPHOREUS is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at AMPHOREUS, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Aeons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending, revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us, covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of AMPHOREUS.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya. We're going to weave a long dream for AMPHOREUS, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records AMPHOREUS. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue AMPHOREUS's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you...
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time, again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the black tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until AMPHOREUS welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
promise you. The pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of AMPHOREUS' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the theros I have observed, destruction synthesis is formed.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come to remember this immortal eternal and follow in our footprint to write anything unless that ever was. That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
The world is collapsing, and the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero.
Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before.
No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time.
Why?
Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness, sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos.
Then go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods.
In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Ceritru, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the river of time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us... The flame chase journey and even all of AMPHOREUS are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly.
So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Saridra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, Nameless Swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Heinan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, Nameless Swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action. Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Oh. Nice moves.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals. Especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine. Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treeby?
How?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treeby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, AMPHOREUS encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes. In that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?